opportunity, yes. Being great as ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me.
It's Madden NFL 24, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bengals and the 49ers, and it's coming up next.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
1-1, ready? 11 MP, take the hot.
Now a man born here in California, Joe Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They're passing here. Joe Burrow got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And Boyd going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll be brought down at the 37. It's a pickup of 6. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
11 MT, 11 MT, 11, 11, 11, 11.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners' 35-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Here we go,
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
11 Thomas, 12, 11.
Now it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And
that's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
that means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 24. That's caught out right by Jennings. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They go play action here. Purdy. His throw incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Purdy. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Charlie Jones deep for Cincinnati. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. As they start on the ground. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throw left side complete to Chase. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Now Burrow on first down. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
On one, ready? 12, 11, 12, 12. 180.
Burrow going to keep it running right. And they move this all the way down to the 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On first down, it's Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far.
Here we go.
Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play.
Here we go.
They just didn't complete it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here is 3rd and 5. Again, it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they're going to continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 38 yards. And the Niners get a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And Boyd going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This goes out wide for Nixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the run.
Now Burrow loses the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. To the air again, Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points. While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi's Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon God.
right, Coach. Thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 69 yards. And the Niners come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
11 mighty, 11 empty, 11 empty, 11
And
empty.
they go play action now. Burrow. That is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at the 18. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And very little daylight there. They get a couple up to the 44.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Flush to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Purdy from the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5.
11 Thomas.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The run game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They go play action with Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
11 MT, take.
Burrow looking to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
11.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
Here we go.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
12. Turn.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Toward the pylon, caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
To number 5, T. Higgins. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Let's go, fellas. On 2, ready? 11 mighty.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Get him going, baby. Do this, baby. Play it a little aggressive, baby.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 21. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Purdy looking to throw.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he is caught.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
He's across midfield.
And finally brought down at the 43. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Purdy.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now on 1st down, it's Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey from 8 yards out. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
The extra point try now for Moody. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
11, 11, 12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11.
They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he will have a Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Get something together. Once again, let's be smart. Let's start the same case. We gotta go, baby. Let's be perfect. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this.
On 2. 11 mighty. 11 MT. Kate. 11 MT. Right in.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Holding offense.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Here we go. Here we go.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win this.